Hello, my name is Tina, and if you are currently suffering from emotional or physical pain, and if you would like to change your life because you feel deep inside you something is not right and there is more, or there's more to explore, or if you would like to open yourself spiritually more, then I congratulate you herewith first of all. Yes, you heard right, because firstly, this video here is just right for you, and secondly, this means that you come into your own responsibility. If you want to do something actively against your physical or emotional pain, as well as against your dissatisfaction, then this is the very first and also the very most important step into your new health and into new life, and then this video can be very important for you. About me, I myself studied sports and have always been concerned with physical and mental health, and it has always interested me very much what actually makes us people really happy and what actually makes us people really healthy and fulfilled. And then I also asked myself the question, what is the meaning of life here and why are we all here? Is there a task for each of us? Is there actually a talent in every human being that wants to be discovered? I have dealt with these questions very intensively and have therefore decided, on the one hand, for my sports studies, but also, of course, on the other hand, for many more meditation courses, energy work, etc. Unfortunately, due to our society, which usually expects a bit more from us and sometimes throws us off track, I drifted away from my career a bit and completed another degree in finance and controlling. So I left the area of sports and fitness and health behind me for the time being and concentrated only on earning money. I had a great job after graduation, a great car and a great apartment, and had materially everything you want here, especially in the Western world, and what is often expected of you. Nevertheless, I felt very empty inside. Something in me told me, Tina, that's it now. You now have your job and everything you ever wanted to achieve, but should that be it? Do you want to do this for the next 40 years until you retire? And there came in me, of course, immediately the answer no, that was not it yet. And deep inside me, I felt that I am not on my right path. That's exactly why I made a very important decision for myself overnight, namely the decision to leave Germany, my home country, and leave for Thailand. I sold all my possessions, my car, my apartment, and I quit my job and left everything behind for the time being and left for Asia, or rather Thailand. And the only reason was to continue my health education. I started to do more sports and I fell in love with Muay Thai in Thailand. I practiced the sport very intensively in Thailand, and at the same time I attended meditation courses and exchanged ideas with the greatest teachers that could be found there. I also learned a lot about Reiki, energy work, and mental health, and one story that particularly touched me as well as taught me was the following. Eine Geschichte, die mich besonders getroffen hat sowie auch weitergebracht hat, war folgende. I once had a rather small and lanky opponent in my Muay Thai training session. And this opponent was a 16-year-old boy with a very slim body. He may have weighed at half of me, but he blew me away every time I trained. I didn't have a chance to even come close to winning against this boy. And I asked myself, how can such a small body and such a young mind produce such tremendous power? So that he can beat me as a 30-year-old woman again and again. After the training session, I talked to my coach about it and I asked him, how is that possible? Coach, how can it be that such a small boy can have such power? And he just said, smiling slightly to me, Tina, your body is important, and the basis should be right, but it all starts up here in the head. Your inner strength, your mental and spiritual strength is reflected on the outside through your body. This was the first time I got more in touch with mental and spiritual work. For me, my life changed a lot from then on. I managed to become much more physically fit and powerful in sports because of mental and spiritual skills I acquired. And that's when I thought to myself, if this works in sports, it will work in other areas of life as
Da
well.
habe ich mir gedacht, wenn das beim Sport schon funktioniert, funktioniert das garantiert auch in anderen Lebensbereichen.
Because of this realization, I decided to learn even more about meditation and energy work, which is very easy in Thailand. There are many great meditation teachers, Reiki teachers, and other courses in that direction. Here I sat down with the best teachers and thus acquired mental and spiritual skills once again. When I once sat together with a monk, I realized that this monk, as he sits there completely without possessions, was completely happy and fulfilled in his life. And I asked him, how can it be that our top managers here in the Western world, who apparently have everything on the outside, be it a great house, a great wife, children, and a well paid job, are nevertheless so unhappy? How can it be that so many people here with us suffer from depression and burnout, take medication, and you here as a monk just sit there completely without possessions in your coat and smile and radiate a calm warmth and abundance? How can that be?
In deinem Mantel und lächelst vor dich hin und strahlst
And the monk looked at me, smiled, and said, Tina, everything on the outside doesn't matter. It always starts up here in your head. And that was the second time I was confronted by life that true happiness, true health always starts inside and never outside. Again, I realized that we here in the Western world, not only but primarily, often look for our happiness on the outside, and we have it all the time in front of our nose inside. We just have to remember this again, and we may simply acquire different techniques, especially mental and spiritual techniques, how to integrate happiness and joy back into our lives. If you also want to discover your inner strength and you want to develop yourself physically, also spiritually, then I will be very happy to accompany you on this path. Just have a look at my website or my YouTube channel to get to know me a little bit better. I look forward to meeting you.
Schaue einfach mal auf meiner Internetseite vorbei oder auf meinem YouTube-Kanal, um mich etwas näher kennenzulernen. Und dann freue ich mich auf deinen Kontakt.